Jane from the Buying Space channel. Today I continue my series on the four Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. They're the first four books of the New Testament. If you've heard the song, The 12 Days of Christmas, which you probably have recently, if you're watching this as it's being published, because it is the Christmas season. The symbolism in the 12 Days of Christmas is Christian. Even though it talks about all these other things and doesn't talk about God directly in the song, the symbolism is there to protect the Christians that were alive at the time the song was written. Because Christians were persecuted at the time that it was written. And the four calling birds in that song are representative of the four Gospels. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John were the four calling birds. They were telling everyone what Jesus Christ himself said and what happened during his lifetime. So they're the four calling birds. Let me see. I'm starting in verse 11 in chapter 27. And this is about Jesus' trial before Pilate. Now Jesus was standing before Pilate, the Roman governor. "Are you the king of the Jews?" the governor asked him. Jesus replied, "You have said it." But when the leading priests and the elders made their accusations against him, Jesus remained silent. "Don't you hear all these charges they are bringing against you?" Pilate demanded. But Jesus made no response to any of the charges, much to the governor's surprise. Now it was the governor's custom each year during the Passover celebration to release one prisoner to the crowd, anyone they wanted. This year, there was a notorious prisoner, a man named Barnabas. As the crowds gathered before Pilate's house that morning, he asked them, "Which one do you want me to release to you, Barnabas or Jesus, who is called the Messiah?" He knew very well that they were religious leaders had arrested Jesus out of envy. Just then, as Pilate was sitting on the judgment seat, his wife sent him this message: "Leave the innocent man alone. I suffered through terrible nightmare about him last night." Meanwhile, the leading priests and the elders persuaded the crowd to ask for Barnabas to be released, for Jesus to be put to death. So the governor asked again, "Which of these two do you want me to release to you?" The crowd shouted back, "Barnabas." Pilate responded, "Then what should I do with Jesus, who is called the Messiah?" They shouted back, "Crucify him!" "Why?" Pilate demanded. "What crime has he committed?" But the whole mob roared even louder, "Crucify him!" Pilate saw that he wasn't getting anywhere and that a riot was developing. So he sent for a bowl of water and washed his hands before the crowd, saying, "I am innocent of this man's blood. The responsibility is yours." And all the people yelled back, "We will take the responsibility for his death, we and our children." So Pilate released Barnabas to them. He ordered Jesus flogged with a lead-tipped whip, then turned him over to the Roman soldiers to be crucified. Pilate knew better. His wife knew better. She was having nightmares about Jesus' crucifixion. She knew he was holy. She knew he was innocent. They both did. Pilate could have released Jesus too. It would have been unprecedented, but it was an unprecedented situation. I'm sure he regretted it. If you're faced with a tough choice and you know what the policy is giving you does not fit the situation, you know the situation isn't honest, do what you can to change the policy, because there are exceptions in life. And sometimes you have to step out of the box. You have to step out of what the regulations are, what they, how they came about, and look at the spirit of the policy, the spirit of the law, and see if you're looking at an exception. Jesus was the exception. He should not have been crucified. He was an innocent man. And the Romans knew it. Have a wonderful and blessed day, everyone.